How hard is it you coming up and you came up in the gang culture for you to now being an artist? Obviously, you can't be not necessarily running around. Like I remember when I read have you read Monster?
Yeah,
yeah. Where you just talk about riding around on a bike with a gun, just waiting to try and shoot somebody. Like that's how it was. It's like how hard is it for you to like get out of that mindset, being like I'm a rapper now, so I can't necessarily. I'm an artist that people put a lot of money into, so I can't be running around looking for people to shoot anymore, like you might have been doing before, or whatever it might have been. You know what I'm saying? Or if someone comes at you and says something, you can't necessarily go and. You know, how hard is it to get out of that mindset?
See, I feel like I'm a ambassador because, and not just to pump myself or none of that, because nobody ain't other than Snoop, and Snoop my homeboy, you know what I'm saying, and he come from a different era. But as far as my generation and where we came from, I don't know nobody that was in the streets and was active with this gangbang shit like I was and my homies was. And I ain't the hardest nigga, I ain't what I'm saying.
Right.
We was out here with the shit for real.
Right.
That was our day to day.
Right.
And the transition and become successful in music, like I don't have nobody example to follow. You know what I'm saying? I don't got a Death Row, I don't got a Dr. Dre. It's just us, our team.
Right.
So it's hard at the same time, but I know that what I'm doing is as a first, so I don't feel kind of like I accept that feeling of like I'm in unfamiliar territory right now.
Right.
It's a lot of days it be like, man, I'm like I've been in Hollywood, I've been in the studio too much. I'm finna go to the hood, like. Then I go to the hood, some shit crack off, and I'll be like, damn, that was a close call. I almost be like, hold on, homie, I can't.
What's been the closest call you had since you've been signed?
Man, just my niggas right in my circle going to jail, you know what I'm saying, and being investigated,
right.
Being with me all day. So that leads me to know that they've been on me as well.
Right.
But good thing I chose to go straight to jail, because if I didn't, they was actually on us this whole time. Like,
right, if you had done something and slipped up, they would have been waiting to
they was watching us the whole time, and I noticed because my niggas that been with me the past 2 years is in jail for shit that didn't happen in that time frame that I wasn't a part of.
Right.
So, you know, it's just, I told myself I was all in. I was going head first.
Right.
Now, if I go broke, I won't go broke. I refuse to. As a man, I'm a hustler before anything. I'm gonna get out here and get it.
Right.
As long as I'm getting money, I can pay my bills off this rap. I ain't got $1 million, but I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta sell no dope or rob.
Yeah.
I feel like I'll be spitting on my blessing to go back and backtracking and doing some shit that's risk my freedom. You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially I got a daughter now. You know what I mean? So it's a different state of mind.
How do you feel? Like I think it's always interesting to hear a perspective of a dude who actually was in that gang culture, and then you see dudes like Wayne throws up blood all day or whatever, and like a lot of artists do. And like what, you know, obviously there's the video of when Wayne and Baby and them were in LA, and 40 Block was running up to the car like, what's up now? And so like, like when you were out of the game, or even now that you're in the game, like did it bother you that rappers would be throwing up sets or whatever it was when they just...
See, to me, that's not my concern.
Yeah.
Like I got an opinion about it, but that ain't what my concern is. Like if you a 35-year-old nigga, 28, 30 years old, and you decide you're gonna pick up a rag and start banging, and that's, you can look yourself in the mirror, and you still feel like you a man, that's cool, do your thing.
Yeah.
My concern is the niggas that's really in this shit.
Yeah.
The niggas that really come from this, that really dealing with this. That's my concern, you know what I mean? So I'm more focused on giving solutions and, you know what I mean, giving inspiration more than anything. So, you know, to answer the question, like, I got an opinion about it. I feel like it's frozen.
Right.
Straight up, like, if you wasn't put on to this shit, you wasn't courted on, you ain't going to the back of the buildings and fight, you know what I'm saying, your homies and get put on.
Right.
You not from a gang.
Right.
Not only are you not from a gang, if you ain't, you know what I'm saying, press a line and put in work, not necessarily kill nobody, but, you know what I'm saying, put yours on the line. It ain't just you a blood when it's convenient, because you got a camera and it look cool.
Yeah.
When you around 100 Crips, you still a blood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When 40 Lock and them run up on you, you still a blood.
Yeah.
And I ain't talking about Wayne.
Yeah.
I got respect for that movement. I like the dude as an artist.
Of course.
But I'm just saying on some gangbang shit,
yeah.
When you go to the county jail and you walk in a court tank and it's 50 of your enemies,
right,
you still gonna say this 60s.
Yeah.
Or you not a gangbanger.
Right.
You just, your homies gonna hear about it, they gonna beat you up, kick you in your ass, and you was for nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I know in the real world of this shit, a lot of niggas wouldn't make it and wouldn't last.
Right.
So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's an overstanding I got about it. Like,
I
look at it like, man, you niggas is totally out of character.
I know you just they just dropped a video yesterday for Snoop.
The Upside Down.
Yeah. What's it been like just work with him and having him embrace you so much? Like him and even games embrace you a lot too. Like all the West Coast dudes that are on, just really been embracing your stuff.
As far as Snoop, that's the biggest thing to me as far as like the way he did it. You know what I'm saying? Like Snoop, they ain't asked me to sign to him. He ain't asked for no percentage. He ain't asked for no cut. He more or less just took his visibility and his celebrity and co-signed and spoke real highly of him.
Right.
As opposed to being on some, oh, fuck this young nigga. They always talking about he reminded them of me or he the new. You know what I'm saying? He didn't take that as a negative. He more or less embraced it and, you know what I'm saying, included me in his project and try to like kind of step back and like, you know, set the stage for me.
Yeah.
Not to say he gonna never stop.
And you guys toured together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Put me on the show venues. Every time I see Snoop, he keep it 100. You know what I mean? So I still respect Snoop aside from the music, just as
a man.
Yeah, exactly. And especially the way he still represent who he is after being a pop star and icon. You know what I mean? Done it successfully and still been able to balance it.
Yeah.
Like I got the utmost respect. And then Game too, like Game being the blood, being from Compton, being, you know, right now the biggest nigga from the West since Snoop.
Yeah.
They didn't have to fuck with me neither. And embrace what I was doing with Open On as soon as I got out the county. Brought me into his studio session when he was working on LAX.
Right.
Last album he put out. Did a record with me, which became Nate Roll. And went on Power 106, spoke highly in the city and just kind of like, you know, set it off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's always a question of, well, you killing the street, but how do these niggas feel about you? Like, if you killing New York, you got to get Jay opinion before, you know what I mean? They going to want to know how Jay-Z feel about you.
Right.
Street dude from New York. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same in LA. They going to want to know how Snoop and Gang feel about you. And they was real vocal, like, yeah, he the next one, and gave it up.
Right.
So, you know.
Because that's what I always thought was interesting when, like, I forget who else it was, but I know MTV News did a thing last year where it was like, I think Bishop Lamont was talking about doing the whole No Country for Old Men because he was upset that he felt like the older artists weren't supporting. But then I would always see, like, say you getting so much support.
Yeah.
So, but there have been, not, you know, other than you, there have been other, I've heard other West Coast artists being like, nah, like the older dudes, like the dudes established don't really help us out at all, and they kind of complain about that. But, so do you feel like that's a fair assessment, knowing that you've gotten so much support for them to be like, nah, the dudes that are on don't help us out and they don't extend their hand to us and stuff?
I mean, just how I was raised, I'm a man, homie. Even when I was 13, don't do me no favors.
Yeah.
Let me run mine.
Right.
You feel me? I don't need no help.
But not even help, but also hating. They'd be like, not just helping, but you're also hating on me and preventing me from doing what I need to do in a sense.
You can't prevent somebody from doing it. You signed a Dre.
Yeah.
How can somebody prevent you from doing what you got to do? You got a record deal. You got a label behind you. You have money behind you. You have access to a studio. All you have to do is make hot shit.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So how can a motherfucker prevent you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I was doing it by myself in the studio.
Right.
A lot of niggas did it by themselves. You know what I'm saying? And created their brand and went on into the world, did what they did without a cosign. Right. Drake did it on his own.
Even when they did try to prevent him, even when John didn't try to prevent 50 still popped regardless.
Yeah, you feel me? So my thing is like, I don't give no person that much power over my path that I'm walking. Not one person can make or break what I'm doing except me and God in my eyes. Not the label, not no Dr. Dre, no Snoop, no Game, and much respect to all them niggas. But as a man, that's not how I was raised.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't depend on nobody for nothing but yourself and your hard work.
Right.